Thank you very much. Well, folks, now we're going to take you thousands of miles away to one of the most exotic places in the world. In fact, I think the most exotic place in all the world, Severn Beach. You've got to imagine you're down where the southern sun is shining, palm trees are swaying, and beautiful native girls are basking in the sun. Anyhow, here we go then. Aloha, Severn Beach.
We've been here 27 years now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come to Severn Beach when we got married. So that's 77 years.
So I'm coming out to 80 in a couple of months' time, so I've lived here off and on all my life.
For our age group now, anyway, it's ideal, as it is.
It was called the Blackpool of the West.
That's right, yeah.
You can't believe that, can you?
People wouldn't get on the train the second time round. It was absolutely, you know, so many people that used to come to Severn Beach. It was just packed out.
What is your sort of oldest memories of Severn Beach? What do you remember?
Well, they had Martin's Calf, first of all.
You've got Shirley's, that's been there, God, since the 1920s, that.
And then they had a small fun fair. From there, we used to go to the Dodgems. We'd wait until we knew which car we wanted because someone was a bit faster than the others, like, you know. and I met my wife on the Dodgems.
The rest is really history.
We used to have a cinema,
Oh gosh, we had a cinema as well. Yeah, I forgot about that, didn't
the
we?
rustic cinema. You used the name rustic quite freely because you had rustic tea rooms, rustic tea gardens, rustic cinema, rustic stores. This one here is that's all a caravan site now. You can just see at that point there the old station house. It's still there. And there's a picture of the swimming pool with people in it.
We used to go along because we never went swimming anyhow. When we was getting a little bit short, like we used to go up on the boating lake and get a three quarters an hour on the boating lake and have a roll around like.
This is the Shingle Beach, which is now covered. This is where the sea wall is now. Like we lost our Shingle Beach when they built the sea walls, like, you know.
So we used to always meet in the morning for the coach to pick us up. And like idiots, we used to go up on the seawall, and if there was a great big... At that time, there was some amusement arcade up there.
Yeah, yeah.
And in front of it, there was a big wall, a big concrete sort of piece in front of it. And then the tide would be rolling in, and this is before we went to school, and we used to be running up and down in all the waves splashing over us. Right idiots we were in those days, yeah.
I mean, Severn Beach was very pretty because if you walk where the bakeries and all that is now, there was a load of shops all the way along that bank. There was all shops all along that bank, and they used to come. And the other side of the road, there was nothing, only the seafront more or less. But I mean, they had a beautiful arch going over the this one pathway going up towards the beach.
Rose Arch.
You know, roses all. That was kept lovely, and you know the gardens were all kept lovely around Severn Beach, and it was very, very pretty. That's all. I mean, it was pretty. That book doesn't tell the true story because it's not in colour. It's a pity it couldn't have been in colour because you know if you could have taken photographs in colour. And that it was very, very pretty.
Because we had a series of fish and chip shops in the beach. The Sullocks had it, and they moved around 3 different fish and chip shops. And of course, we've always relied on our fish and chips
Frank
in the
was
beach.
great.
Yeah, and Frank knew everybody. If Frank was here today, he could name every person in the beach. You know.
tell us about Severn Salmon.
Well, I'll go
What, the
first.
fish or the pub?
Yeah,
They used to have big what they called the
Yeah.
Seven Beach Hotel,
yeah.
and then it's changed to these. What was it changed? What do they call
The
it?
salmon.
The Salmon. They
Severn
changed it to
Salmon.
Severn Salmon, but it was called
Yes.
Seven Beach Hotel.
When I was a kid, you walk past there and people would be coming flying out the windows, you know, with glass. You know, and I just, I think it was quite rough when I was a kid.
The licensing law in Bristol was 10 o'clock closure, and in the beach it was 10:30. So they used to come on the train.
11 o'clock on a Friday, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'd rush across. They'd rush across to get the last train back. And sometimes they said they've had up to 2,000 people in the pub. It was that big.
Yeah,
It was
huge.
massive.
And then they
Yeah.
built 28 houses on it, where that was.
The holiday resort has become a commuter village, but there's little in the way of facilities. In the very week that Prince Charles said village pubs should be the focus of community life, the Severn Beach pub closed down.
The pub would just bring the community together. It's built up very quickly recently with the estates that have just been built, but there is nowhere in the centre for people to gather.
And then, of course, when we had the floods, it finished it completely, and it was just as it was derelict, you know, as though somebody had been, you know, we'd had a bomb hit it or something like that. And, you know, you used to feel really ashamed of it.
You know, we don't have a skittle alley, we don't have a pub, we don't have any shops hardly open like we used to have, you know.
It's not it's not anywhere for anybody to come, but as a beach anymore. But saying that, you'd be surprised how many people come down here, park their cars up, and walk up onto that seafront, and you know, and go for, and you don't see them all day, and they've gone out
Yeah,
for
they
walks.
park out here sometimes.
Hmm?
Park out here sometimes.
Yeah, they park out
yeah.
here sometimes, and
Yeah.
people are like down Beach Avenue and Beach Road. They can't get out in the summer because of people parking up.
You know, other to that is very good, like, you know.
Mhm.
There used to be a fun fair and a great big swimming pool. You could take the family down there. It had something for them all.
You could take a walk to Ost.
Where fossil hunting you might go, and when the sun began to fall, you could watch the river glow.
They had everything at Severn Beach, crazy golf and a boating lake.
But now they've been demolished to build houses, for goodness sake. When I was just a little boy, my heart, well, it went soaring. If we were going to Severn Beach, but not now, 'cause it's boring. Someone decided this for a place which was so great. I'd really like to meet them, just to say, thanks, mate. Come to sunny Severn Beach, the poster used to say. People even stayed there for a holiday.
Down in Severn Beach, Severn Beach. Oh, Severn Beach, yeah.
It's gone.
Oh my God. That picture that the history group lost,
I know.
that's my uncle.
Yeah.
And he was sat on his P&M Panther motorcycle. It's the only picture I had of him.